I'm going to start this video by saying that I have absolutely no idea what to say or how to go about this. I've never made a video of any kind before. I mean, I've made videos and put them on YouTube, but nothing personal like this. So I'm going to start by saying that I'm going to ask the help of all of my Facebook friends and anybody who I can get this video out to, family, whatever the case is, to get this video out there so that it can reach its intended audience. And that intended audience is going to be my daughter, Alexis Mercedes, who probably doesn't go by Hawkins anymore, but that was her last name at birth. She may go by Castillo now, whatever the case is. But in order for me to go about this, I have to tell, and forgive me, I keep looking down at the screen and looking up at the camera. I'm going to be nervous this whole time, so bear with me, please. And I'll try to make this short and as unboring as I possibly can. My daughter was born in 2001, December, 3:02 in the morning, December 6th. Again, by the name of Alexis Mercedes at the time, Hawkins, probably Castillo now, or if my ex-wife remarried, she got adopted by whoever that was, then maybe his last name. As far as I understand, they live in Reno, Nevada. Maybe they don't anymore. I don't know. But anyway, I've never cared for a video to go viral in any way before, and I don't really care that this one does. I just wanted to reach the audience that it's intended for, and if it doesn't get there, if it needs to go viral to do that, fantastic. That's how I'll do it. But anyway, I got to tell the story. I'll try to make it quick, and I won't tell every detail. Some of it's nobody else's business really, but there's some things that took place with me that I'm not proud of, and I want to cover those bases and get to just, like I said, the intended purpose of this video. I have 4 children. Lexi was the first one. I now have one, my adopted daughter Ellie, Emerald now, sorry, she goes by Emerald. That's her given name. Saphira and Gavin. Been married now for almost 10 years to my current wife, and who I think is going to be the woman I grow old and die with. Hopefully that's the case, and I hope she feels the same. But we've been married almost 10 years, been together 11, met in 2005. Obviously that means that my ex-wife and I, Lexi's mother, I won't mention her by name, got divorced. We didn't get divorced really until much later, but I had to get, when I married Andrea, we got married quicker than expected so that I could adopt Ellie. And so we got married in 2005 here in Florida, where we currently live. Okay, so when I met, so again, I have adopted daughter Ellie, who is it was the age of, she's almost 14 here next month. Saphira is 9, Gavin is 8, and that's kind of where the story here begins. Really is with the story of kind of where Saphira started and Lexi ended. Make a long story short, when I first divorced, when my ex-wife and I split up, I went into a financial tailspin. A lot of you that I'm maybe speaking to now don't know that about me, or maybe only heard about it. Some of you may know a little bit of it, but we were hurting. I myself had to leave Nevada to move in with my father in St. Louis to get things back on track for me. Did that, met my current wife, and then she and I immediately had 2 children back to back. Saphira and Gavin were 1 year, 1 month, 1 day apart. And we weren't ready to go from having 1 child in the house to 3 children almost overnight, really. Hurt us financially, really bad. Again, so I was starting to climb the mountain, then we had children, and then the mountain became insurmountable. That's when this story unfolds for Lexi and me. Was supposed to have Lexi the summer of 2005. That was my visitation, or my custody was to be every summer. and every other winter. So, or I'm sorry, every other Christmas. So summer 2005, I got a plane ticket for her to fly her down to Florida, uh, and also for her, my ex-wife's father, to come to escort her, to come along with her. And they weren't there. They didn't show up. We're on the plane. Went through a legal battle for that. Already financially strapped, and paid for lawyers to find out if I could fix that. Didn't get any help. It was befuddling to me, but nobody helped me. So I went without that summer. And then by about the time Saphira was born, um, I'll leave out the details. Things got nasty. I did something that to this day I have two regrets in my life. One I won't mention here. The other one was basically I was offered an opportunity to get out from being underneath my child support. And all I had to do was sign Lexi over to my ex-wife and give up my visitation. Having just gone through, I don't really have any excuses for this, but having just gone through the problem I had with getting Lexi here, and then, I couldn't fight for custody in that regard either. And the fact that I was already strapped financially at that time, just having two children, well, one and one on the way at that time, I made the most dubious mistake of my life, and letting that little girl get away from me. I have no excuses. I had my reasons at the time were sound, but I should have fought harder. I should have never let this come to pass. But I did, and here's where we are. Now, Lexi is almost 15. She'll be 15 in December. And I don't see her. I don't have any contact with her. I can't. I'm not allowed to. At least I didn't think of this medium until recently, when I actually started considering making movies for videos for my business. This idea came up to me, and I went through a few days where I didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do, debated with it, and I talked to my sister about it, Alexi's Aunt Jenny, and she just said, just speak. That's what they make video software editing for. Just speak on it. Do what you got to do. So here I am. Through the powers of YouTube and hopefully social media, whatever else it takes, I would like for my daughter to at least know that her father is thinking of her, and thinks of her every day, agonizes every day over what that horrible decision that I made. Like I said, I have two regrets in life. That's one. The other one, again, is not relevant to this conversation. I'd give anything to take it back. I don't even know if I can fight it. I don't know if I can go to court. I've talked to a couple of attorneys briefly. It doesn't look real good for me. It looks like by the time I even got any ground on it, she'll be 18 anyway. I can speak to her when she's 18 if she wishes to speak to me. Here's what I want to say. Here's the bulk of what I want to say here. Lexi, if you're out there, if you're getting this, you may never. I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that there's not a day that goes by where I don't think about you, where I don't pray about you, pray for you. And although your mother and I had differences, and although your mother and I know she's going to hate me, that's been clear. I don't hate her. She's taking, from what I can tell, from what little information I get, she's taken fantastic care of you, and she deserves a medal, credit for what she's doing. And I would never take that away from you or her. Lexi, if you get this, if you ever see this, I want you to know that as much as I would want you to talk to me and to communicate with me in some way or fashion, I don't want you to do it without your mother's approval. And you may not get that until you're 18. From what I understand, that's what she tells you if what little time this comes up. You may hate me. Uh, can't blame me if you did. I hate me for what I did. But I want to bridge the gap. You're going to be 18 one day. And on your 18th birthday, there's not going to be any holding me back from coming to see you or having you come to see me, whatever. I will fight for that chance at a relationship. And if you can do that beforehand, if your mother allows it, I would love to talk to you. If nothing else, just to talk to you. I don't know if your mother remarried, if somebody else adopted you. And if he did, great job. I understand I'm an adopted father too. But I don't view my adopted daughter as anything other than my daughter. And I would hope that he's doing the same for you if there is that man. But you do have 3 siblings. You got 2 sisters and a brother. And I'd love for you to meet them one day, even if you hate me, even if you never want to see me again. Fantastic. Well, no, not fantastic, but great. But I would love for you to have a relationship with your brothers and your sisters because you have them. And I've talked to them extensively about you. I'm going to make more videos to you where they're going to be in them and that you'll get the chance to meet them. Again, I would love to hear from you. I would love to see you. I don't want you to do it beyond your mother's approval. It's important that you abide by that and that I abide by that as well. But if she would allow it, God darn it, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to see you again. I love you. I want you. Again, I can't say that enough. I think about you every day. I pray for you every day. And I love you with every inch of my heart. I have other children too that I love equally, but I love you every bit as much as I love them. And I'd like to put you all together one day and just be your father. Be the father I haven't been. That's all I got. Lexi, if you get this, I love you. Please, if you're not Lexi, please help me find Lexi, or help this video at least get to her, post it, share it, do whatever it is people do to make YouTube videos get to their destination. That's all I've got for now. I'll be posting more. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.